stronger as a 5, and then they kept nerfing her like Spirit Siphon and stuff.
And
it was,
the
like,
silence.
So they tried to dodge that Viper lane with the TA ended up with playing TA versus Kanka.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe they were fine with Lina versus Kanka, but with this swap. X-Torrent mid. Can he get this kill? Palace has to Fairy Fire. Instead, the first blood is elsewhere. Signature hero of his. He looked very good on it in their last series they played, where TNC actually, you know, played very well against Boom. Unfortunately, they still got the loss, but definitely a TNC team that looked a whole lot better, and they're looking a whole lot better in this top lane with the lift back. They pull back in MLPDotA, and he's going to go down. Let's do some harass onto Young God here. Being in the Yahweh Kanka, they want to get this X-Cat. They go on Onryu on the Tidehunter. He's a big boy. And they got the damage to bring him down with the Ghost Ship. It should be enough. Young God blinking in to finish off the kill, so they get the kill down bottom, and elsewhere
Have more catch, like it's easier for them to actually initiate and get the gank going.
How are you? Well, they say we don't have a whole lot of catch, but we'll use the little we have in the terms of the cookie. Norman sets up the Viper kill from MLPDotA, who's looking for a second one with Playhard's Rubik also going down.
With good plays, anything can happen.
Oh, exactly. And now that they've got the levels, perhaps that's less likely to happen. Yeah, down bottom. Same rotation we saw before. Yahweh, the second Ghost Ship in a row. It's got Onryu's name on it. And Yahweh gets a second kill onto the Tide. It's on the Tidehunter, but you look at the farm of these heroes, it's TA up top. Bang on the Weaver in the mid lane. May get caught up by the X here. He's trying to stay out of range, but does end up getting found here with the TP coming on the Snapfire. They want to turn on this one. Playhard is low. He's got 10 sick charges, but won't get a chance to even use them as Yahweh, now in full retreat, gets caught by the cookie stun, and Palos has got himself a double kill. He was already top of the net worth farming ancient stacks, and he's getting kill after kill. 2-0 for him, and a 2k gold lead in terms of net worth, and pressuring this bottom tier 1 tower where PA is kind of just got to watch this fall and kind of not do a whole lot. PA just not happy to lane with this tide right now, but elsewhere top lane, Norman, MLPDotA wants to get the kill on Playhard, but unfortunately the LSA is going to be off the mark, and Norman the one maybe in some trouble here with the TP rotation coming in. Yahweh, Ghost Ship onto MLPDotA. Lina in a world of hurt as Febby helps get the kill with the Crypt Swarm. Yahweh looking just defense.
And now that Rubik might even fall. There's Palos with haste. Not, never mind. Or is he gonna get it?
Changed his mind. There's an observer what's scouting him, so Playhard steals the traps, but maybe not the spell he was hoping for. A Meld Strike may have saved his life there, but he just gets chased down by the Ace. And elsewhere top lane, Kiss is coming out, doing some good damage, but it's working. They say go. See if they can finish off the Death Prophet and get the Kunkka as well. Kunkka trying to use that pig pole to get himself out of there. There is no mana for Ravage unless he pops the Soul Ring, so the Cookie gonna help cut the distance as Arben comes back in, finish off Yahweh.
And farming away on the TA. And like you mentioned Lina and that she's struggling a bit. She is, but then again she bought Travels. And this is that one item that Lina needs to accelerate her farming. So I think MLPDotA will come. Is that? Yep. But this is the problem with cancelling that TP with Tidehunter. I think the TP needed to go through. Maybe they can still defend it.
Yeah, they want to defend this one. They bring in Palos. He's got the Death Slay, so he does a lot of damage, but they've already lost Snapfire. TNC going behind the tower here. Febby's Exorcism will be wearing off soon, so he's in a bit of trouble here as Palos shows up with that death. So Febby does get the heal off, so maybe that's going to be enough to keep him alive at least a little bit longer. Tidehunter's put himself in front of that tier 1 tower to keep himself alive a bit longer as Febby will finally go down, it looks like, into the Roshan pit, looking for a deny. Roshan up alive.
Been killed.
Oh man.
No.
Too soon. Ravage mid with the kisses to follow up. This poor Viper. Xiao Yu is trying to do what damage he can before he goes down, but Young God showing up, trying to finish off some of these kills here. Onryu is just not an easy one to get, and if anything, Young God's going to be a little bit careful, but Yahweh, X, caught up with the Ghost Ship. They pull Onryu back in on the Tide. He's not that tanky. Went for the Blink Rush, and as you mentioned, the team just farms.
Okay.
Feels like maybe they're going for a bit of a BKB timing here with both fours trying to get it, but that's going on. It's been caught. Yep. Cookie not going to get him out of there, and then Snapfire should die here as well. Yahweh doing a great job.
That's it somehow. But look at this. You see what's happening in this little pit?
That's not the way I thought this first Roshan would go.
For sure. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe ob.neon can come back into the game somehow on top of some really good ravages.
Definitely hats off to TNC and the way they played this game. This, we've got this Rubik constantly being annoying, keeping these lanes pushed out. Does
seem to have worked out for them, or at least put some fear in Palos BKB.
Went for the TP out, couldn't get out in time. Yeah, but in his team are somewhat playing around a lot of dire vision here. They're force some problems. Blink, Ravage on 3. They kill the Death Prophet and take out the PA's Aegis instantly. They go for more here. The PA going to look to blink back here. Stolen Ravage. Rubik trying to do what he can, but there's just not enough follow-up initially. But TNC now showing up with numbers with the PA coming in. No BKB, no problem. Young God happy to play clean up here with these stuns on court. Like what we see nowadays is always, against a PA like a Silver Edge type build, for example.
Yeah, right?
Oh, sure. It's one of those, kind of have to see how it goes.
Zex marks the spot. That's how I see it. I think that if you needed that, there's this build on Weaver, in which Weaver goes for Yules. So like he could have went for it.
Oh boy, ob.neon.
Standing 50% HP, you're playing... you have literally 2 moves to make into the Ancients, 2 ways to get there. No?
I'm sorry, Mortimer.
Right now, it's a 5 versus 4. TNC are around, but they get scouted up by the trap here. Blink, Ravage, it's going to be onto the Conquer to start things off. Palos is instantly dead with ob.neon committing the BKBs to make sure this fight goes okay, and Zhao Yu doesn't have a BKB, so this Viper is going to get chased down, it looks like. Almost gets away, but Tidehunter just making sure they get that kill, and now what was a 4 versus 5 is suddenly a 4 versus 3. Mum&Die with a BKB of his own. Looking for Thebby on that Death Prophet. The Exorcism damage is too much, but Mum&Die young guys. And PA elsewhere under the side dies to the Palos Templar Assassin. The MKB pickup is too
maybe to run out on Tide to jump on him as PA, but you're isolated. You just get killed off so easily.
On LSA onto the Templar Assassin. Follow up with that telekinesis, and Yahweh with the Torrent. Palos, no BKB. Overstaying his welcome a little bit too long, and play hard with another LSA. Catching on Ryu, who's going to force out a BKB. Luckily for the Tide, he did have enough time for that BKB to come up.
Back into the triangle, perhaps they can get the pick off.
That would be huge for them, but they need to get this kill quickly. Dust is there. Is there enough follow-up? Norman with the Blitz Scatter Blast on the Young God. The Cookie Sun isn't there in time. PA got off the BKB, and ob.neon just need away 2 more. I think it's too late. The bugs will scout it out, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Barker. This game is very interesting.
Interesting. I know what that's codename for. And ob.neon beat T1. This has been very sloppy with some of the mistakes I think we've seen from some of these players. And that's really, I think, seeing Norman bottom pushing waves into the tower. I'm not sure he's the kill they want to go for. They'd much rather these bigger ones on the youth. Links out of there. PA's there to follow it up, and yeah, he just melts.
Continue running there. He was, they were positioned kind of nicely to break the smoke. Just the blink was not enough. Ready?
Slow. Damage isn't there, and ob.neon. I thought the other heroes down here would just get out, but they wanted to keep this lane pressured. But they're going to lose another support in Arbeng. Time-lapse back, has a Shikuchi, needs to be careful. There's a Sentry Ward that's almost in range of him. It hurts nearby, and they are going to scout him out. Yep. Silence is there, and Arbeng will end up going down. They lose.
On side of ob.neon. Those two supports dying on bottom lane, was the correct move or not?
He's playing around this ward. He gets jumped on by the PA with the Basher. Oh boy, that's definitely worth a tip there.
Now it's hard. He has no buyback.
Yeah, Young God. Happy to just blink in, get another kill. Feels like they're just picking ob.neon apart. Thebby, once again, the frontline 5 position on the Death Prophet.
Comes back in, releases the ghosts again.
Yep. Came from your way. Call for Lina. Can the BKB come out in time? Lina gets stunned up, does get a chance to finally use it. 2-3 tower. Still the one they want to pressure here. Young God doesn't quite finish up Mum&Die here. Nice Scatterblast to stun the PA. He gets broken, has to blink away. Tidehunter on Ryu going to finish off the kill here. He's in the front lines and managed to find himself one. He wants more. Yahweh would be a great kill on the Kunkka if they can get it. And this is the problem with pushing without the Aegis. Playhard's been scouted by the bug. Weaver wants to chase this one down. Arbang just needs 1 or 2 more right clicks to come out, but it looks like Playhard will get chased down by Ryu. This Tidehunter, he may be in the Nether Toxin fighting into the break. He's being feared up with the Spirit Siphon. Steppy, he's showing his own carry prowess here. Both teams just constantly looking to fight him, with the Weaver getting caught out as well. It's an absolute bloodbath mid. I don't even know what to make of this. They're not done, was it? Narman says, yeah, we got some more. That's the...
Alice is coming in.
Yeah, they see Invis with the bugs. I mean, that's the Weaver shard. No, it's not the Weaver shard. They had the dust.
Had the dust, had the sentry there as well.
No BKB for 45 seconds. He's hiding behind this tree here. Febby trying to use himself as bait with the Aeon disc. Will be able to find any kills here. Febby, his Aeon disc instantly getting popped here. The Tide on the side can't find a good blink initiation. Being cancelled for now. The X on the Lina here. The PA charging in phase 4. There's the Blink Ravage. Hatches out 3. Staff away onto the PA, trying to keep the PA alive. Stolen Ravage. Playhard look to turn this one. And it looks like ob.neon, they're just melting with the turnaround play. Zhao Yu in the front lines with the Viper doing all kinds of damage here. Pelos is going to have to blink away. Arbang can't do much on his Weaver as well. They did manage to kill off the Kunkka. And Febby's Death Prophet unable to chase down Narvin because of the spider legs, but they are still hunting. They're still fishing. Did more damage than his entire team, like combined.
He's just destroying with this Death Prophet. Throughout the game, he was on point. He'll try to fight this, but it's hard.
Reva walks in and gets lifted up to start off the fight here. Palace over to BKB. Takes out the Viper. The PH does manage to finish off the Weaver kill. BKB on Norman. His Snapfire on the front lines here, trying to see what he can do. But he's lost his TA. He may be forced to buy back if they want to stop this Roche going down.
I think you just let it go at this point. Even if you buy back, the rush is way too low. I don't think you can take it. That fight was just very difficult for ob.neon. I feel that TNC, they had this option to buy back with the Kunkka much earlier as the fight was going on, and then Roche is just uncomp TA. The moment Yahweh buys back, your fight is lost. You're just going to be halberded and taken down in that TA. BKB doesn't last forever, so eventually you'll fall.
Good use of the buyback to secure themselves this Roshan, and that gets TNC a big advantage here, taking the first lane of Brax up top, and they've still got plenty of time on this Aegis. They've got Cheese and Refresher Shard. Kunkka level 25 with the fleet. Tough ask for ob.neon to defend here. They've got 30 seconds on this TA respawn, and it looks like they don't want to commit to her buying back, so luckily they won't lose mega creeps here. They've got towers down bottom.
Tier 1 and Tier 2 on the bottom lane, but Lina.
Blink in. Lina, Mammon die. Okay. Turns, gets helped out by the Yules. It looks like Yahweh in full retreat here. Nam, not so lucky. He has the BKB. Can he get away from Young God? Looks like he'll be A-OK for now.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
ob.neon needs to be careful. They can still re-engage. They have that Aegis, Cheese, Refresher as well on the side of TNC.
Yep, they just re-engage right on top of the Lina. Invis is there. Is there any detection? Yes, you betcha. Playhard's there with the gem. Finishes off the kill, and the Tidehunter could be next. Has to BKB to get out of the Nether Toxin. He's so low, and they can't quite finish him off. And Mortimer's Kiss is just trying to keep TNC at bay, but blinking in is Febby. The Death Prophet with the Aeon Disc and the Ghost Scepter. He's carrying them all back with the Spirit Siphons. The Blink Ravage comes out from Tide. Is there enough follow-up damage? The Rubik, once again, he's stolen it. Can he get the Ravage in? Forced up, looking for it. Doesn't have the mana. Oh, no. Play hard. He thought it was his moment. It still is his moment. 3-hero Ravage. Young God follows it up with some good damage. He blinks in the trees as well. Norman on the Snapfire has just had enough. They GG out, and TNC are going to take game 1 of this best of 3. An important series for Neon to try to keep themselves alive in Division 2. TNC have gotten a game victory.
A victory? That was good.
Force out BKBs from you, right? Because he's going to be able to ravage most of the time, and they don't have any silences, right?
Common hero is the Gyrocopter. I think I've seen a Gyro or two maybe over in the Western Europe games, but this is, you know, a hero that's hardly been picked at all in Southeast Asia.
Not really that popular in SCA or China, and these two regions They play pretty much against each other in pubs.
It gets tossed back. Abin takes a lot of damage, but this is perhaps set up a kill onto Zhao Yu. He gets low, but he survives on 9.
He can definitely feed if he gets that arrow into the spear. Just be careful. Lane.
Yep. Tiny's rotate in to try and fight over some of these runes. MLPDotA is going to double back and go for the rune now. Has got the bottle charges. That's going to allow him to heal up a little bit. No X for the time being, but if he hits this torrent, this could be a kill. He's going to walk right into it. Is there a Tidebringer? There's a brain sap, so first blood.
Yeah, he's definitely a spammer. SCA attacker right there. Bottom lane, Paulus gets a kill.
Down the side. Now the Avatos combo is going to get the gyro low, but it's Playhard who's got to get the hell out of here. Another brain sap in 7 seconds, but the right clicks will get the... I think he's hoping, like you say, that there's an opening for him to make a defense here, but the ward scouts him out, and how we're going to go to the Tide. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Tiny's rotating, trying to bring down Arbeng on the Bane. They're trying to set up for this 8-minute rune. Arrow going to come flying through, hits the Tiny. The rune going to spawn top, so... all this effort, and Yobo's like, I'm out of here. I want to go pick up this rune as the Conquer Boat does finish off Playhard's Tiny. Febby X back, pulled in, has another Spirit Siphon, so he's still getting some good lifesteal going, and Naman needs to hit another arrow if he wants to get this kill, and Febby jukes it. Nicely done.
A couple of nice kills. ob.neon, at least they get the Tide, but here, is there an arrow now? I don't think so. Yeah, it's still on cooldown. Shouldn't be able to.
Avalanche shots, now the arrow comes in, but Playhard on his Tiny going to tank it. MLPDotA gets pulled in the tower, and with the Searing Chains, he does end up, like, the bottom lane sucked for them, but it doesn't feel like that's because of bad play. It's just like, kind of high hunter against the tower bang. I'd love to kill this gyro. After that good start, he had Palos getting brought low, and Yahweh.
A little bit on the gyrocopter as well, to
top lane
on the bottom lane.
Going with the arena here. Onryu trying to finish off this kill with the armlet. Febby's just spirit siphoning up of a creep here. The torrent from the MLPDotA rotation will end up getting the kill here, but Onryu could be in some trouble here. The armlet keeps himself alive a little bit longer. Toggles, even with the avalanche there. Onryu is still going to be brought down.
He doesn't excel at that. If he doesn't have Ravage, it's much better to plant the watermelon in front of the tower and just defend like he's doing right now.
They get the spear onto him, but he's kind of just fading this one. Has some 1 charges, no Ravage for now. TP rotations coming. TNC, they want to defend this one. Ember, Yahweh shows up. Goes on Arbeng's Bane to start things off. There's going to be a grip. The boat coming in as well. They want Yahweh's Ember, and they'll get him. Nice use of the Fiend script. Tide still taking a lot of damage up here. They don't have their supports. It's actually Febby trying to push this mid 2 on top, but the Playhard Tiny does show up just in time to get on Ryu. Mars takes a spill. Febby lives. Gets chased down by a gyrocopter.
Pressuring the tier 1 on mid. Wraith King could connect from the bottom lane, but no, they're just they want Enryu.
And Mars had such a good start in the good laning stage, but it's been a couple of deaths in a row. This is going to be a 3rd one. TP rotations coming as he does commit the arena, but they don't get him out of there. Bottom lane, similar play. Young God. He's got reincarnation though.
Oh, it'll be hard.
TNC respond. They're TPing already. I see 3 TPs coming. They want to counterplay this one. The reincarnation going to slow everybody up as well. Palos on that gyrocopter trying to be bailed out by the Moonlight Shadow, but they're going to pay for this with the gyro's life. The Ravage going to clip the Bane as well on the tree, so they get a +1.
And Arbeng.
It's like, okay, let's try bait this Kraken. It's a Tide though.
Yeah, you just can't. This is really what to go on.
Hunka, he gets Ravage. He has a BKB, but he doesn't get it off. The Avatos is there. And they just delete it. The BKB has just been delivered not long ago, and TNC burst him down, and they go to the mid-tier 1.
On that Tide Hunter. Yeah, you're poking him a little bit. You're kind of baiting out the Kraken shot, but at the same time, you're revealing where all of your heroes are, and that allows you to just use Ravage on the Kunta afterwards. And they just wear shorts, and they're like, yeah, it's no problem, and then they get sick for like a month.
TNC, they're sick of this game number 2. They're going for a high ground push. Nice 2-hero torrent. The spear, he doesn't actually connect on the arena. Maybe gets speared out of the arena. Now Kunka with the BKB charging forward, but they haven't killed anyone, and ob.neon have used most of their spells here, including the Kunka BKB.
Link Ravage is there.
Start with the Wraithfire Blast. They ravage to follow it up. Catches out the Mars. Onryu going to go down on the high ground. They
Double
put it to
silence.
a couple as well. Nice Avatos combo. Brings down the Bane, and they want the Gyro as well without a BKB. He's got Nags, but he is just so vulnerable to this damage. Young God on the front line still has Reincarnation. They're not done here. Zhao Yu and the Tidehunter will overstay as welcome as Playhard gets the Blink toss back. It's a dieback for the Bane. Nice play from the Young God himself. As Young God is in the high ground, blinking in, looking for those kills. Playhard with the tossbacks is just huge.
Really nicely done by them. They still have a little bit of exorcism to work with, so they'll pressure the tier 3 tower. There's Mars up. Doesn't have that. Okay, they'll...
Likes to play from ahead, and he's behind the Wraith King, but not massively behind. I guess the good news, usually, you know, you're losing all these Roshan's cows and things, you're falling really far behind, but the problem is these kills that keep adding up here. They're going to find Arbang once more. And we're going to come through on the tide here. He's got the Kraken, no Ravage, still on cooldown. As the Ember does die once, can they get the kill on him a second time here? Young God's Wraith King on the front line is causing all kinds of problems, and Yowei is just shredding through these heroes with the Flame Guard up. He's just getting slide after slide. Mamangaya has no TP out, and with the BKB down, the Tide gets sniped on the backlines here, but the chase is on. They want Mamangaya, and the toss back is there. They've killed off 4. They're looking for 5. It's going to be a team wipe here as ob.neon get obliterated.
Radiant's bottom
Impossible.
Captain Febby just charges down, ignores the mid-wave, and says, let's get this Rax now. Very much see the leadership. He's
under attack.
continue to press forward, or maybe back off and reset. They're gonna get some vision down here. Palace putting the BKB on his Gyro, and that means there's a Blink Ravage on a 3. Young God follows it up with a Wraithfire Blast. They want to kill the Bane first and the Gyro second, it looks like, but instead they come back onto the Gyro. He just can't move. The lockdown is too much, and Yowei finishes off Arbanks as well. On Ryu, none of these heroes having BKB is a big problem as ob.neon just gets picked apart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, the Kanka as well on the mid lane. He has the BKB, but they just call it. I think at this point, yeah. At this point, you just call it. You made 3-4 blunders in a row. One you can come back from, but 3 or 4 is just over. No BKB on the Gyro. There is no way that he gets to that critical point in which you have enough damage to kill off.